What if I tell you something that makes the religious establishment's lips quiver with anger? The greatest biblical miracles and special effects happen to people who are far from the knowledge of proper prayers, nor have paid any type of collective financial gatherings or tithes to the local temple. We have been taught that God works through good ministers, or anointed and appointed by famous preachers, prophets, or apostles, or even reverends in suits and ties strictly within the church walls. However, the biblical text shows otherwise to a comical point. 3,000 years ago, the official religious establishment gave a serious crack within its walls and openly gave the Error 404. The priests sold themselves to political and economic rules faster than pizza slices can be given away for free. The temple became a prestigious business center. And what does our Creator do? He simply bypasses this virus-infested system by taking his top prophets and sends them to his ideological enemies. Imagine a cinema picture of a horrible drought, a world in crisis. The people are holding on by a last straw of survival. In Israel, masses are praying for rain and salvation. However, the prophet Elijah turns his GPS on and drives not to a praying church masses, but goes to Zarephath, a Phoenician city which was an absolute center of pagan worship and parties. And who does Elijah save there? The blood enemy of those praying for a miracle and salvation. A woman who simply believed the weird bearded guy who shows up out of nowhere, telling her foreign things, and she gave him her last provisions. She was no doctor of theology. She simply had a kind heart and obviously a good recipe for bread. Now hold on to your seats, as the next story breaks all the preconceived notions and templates. Naaman, the general and commander of the armies of Hadadezer, the king of Aram Damascus. Enemy number 1, the final boss for those who geek out on video games. He suddenly comes down with an incurable disease. And what does he do? He travels to Elijah. This mafia boss comes with a motorcade of golden limousines and with an armada of Abrams tanks of the day, or if you will, T-90s. He shows up expecting a red carpet, hula dances and shamanic tambourine ritual jumps. And what of the prophet? He didn't even look out his window. He simply gave an order through an apprentice. Brother, simply go and take a bath in the river of Jordan. No marble temples, none of the half-nude shamanic ritual dances, no burning fire, no beautiful light, no mega church worship, a simple destruction of the general's ego. Naaman grumbled, complained, and took a bath, and when he came out, he was cleansed as a baby. When Jesus reminded these two stories, the Pharisees burnt with such anger that they tried to throw him off a cliff. Why? For these facts show God doesn't need a religious corporation or a puffed-up church bureaucracy to make miracles and do His will. The Creator of the universe does not sit in a small box of brick and mortar. He absolutely doesn't need your social status or a purity spiritual title. To Him, only one thing matters. How humble and open are you to His truth? A contrite, tender, and pure heart. Hunger and thirst for righteousness, and a peacemaking character. Go ahead and comment how this historical turn played or burned in your heart, or let me know the speed with which your eye was twitching. Also, send this video to someone who is looking for truths.